Hello guys, welcome back and I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. So today we'll be covering gynecology's therapeutics part, the important two markers, pointers of different remedies which could be asked in the different conditions. So I hope this video helps you to revise all the important gynecology two markers of previous years as well as some important pointers which you need to remember and are very important for examination. So let us begin. Prolapse of uterus. So typically we cover sepia, lilium tig and murex under this condition. So we'll be first covering sepia. Constitution of sepia. It is suited to tall, slender women who have male-like pelvis. Ailments from laundry work, repeated childbirth. Sensation of all gone from pelvis. Sensation of ball felt in pelvis. Lancinating pain from uterus to umbilicus. Menses too early or too late. Quantity sometimes profuse, occasionally scanty, and character of the blood is dark. Leukorrhea before menses is also present. Coital symptoms: aversion to coition. Urinary complaints: urine is red, adhesive due to presence of red sand in the urine. Rectum: stool is dry, hard, sensation of ball is felt. And modalities include: it is aggravated by walking, exertion, and better by crossing limbs and pressing at the vulva. Now we look into the prolapse of uterus symptoms of lilium tig. Lilium tig constitution. It is suited to unmarried women who suffer from uterine troubles, ailments from delivery, puerperium, sensation of all gone from pelvis, sensation of prolapse felt in the hypogastrium. Menses too early, quantity scanty, and character of the blood is dark and offensive. Leukorrhea is also present. The coital symptoms include: there is great desire for sex. There is great sexual desire. Urinary symptoms: constant urging to urinate, urine is scanty, milky. Rectum: constipation with constant urging. And modalities include: it is aggravated by walking, exertion, and better by lying down. The third drug which is important for prolapse of uterus is murex. Constitution: it is suited to old hysterical women who are sensitive, nervous, and obese. Ailments from menopause. Sensation of all gone from pelvis, sharp shooting pain going through the vagina. Menses suited in dysmenorrhea, quantity is profuse, character of the blood is generally dark, and leukorrhea is also present. Coital symptoms: great sexual desire is present. Urinary complaints: constant urging to urinate, profuse urination at midnight. Rectum: there is constipation, and the modalities are: the patient is aggravated by walking, exertion, and is better by pressing at the vulva. Now let us look into the four indications of Helonius in prolapsed uterus. Ailments from last abortion, luxurious life and indolence, tendency to uterine prolapse due to weakness and exhaustion of the system. Uterus is heavy, sore, tender, and ulcerated. Consciousness of womb: she feels uterus moves inside when she moves. There is dragging sensation in the sacral region. Menses time too early, quantity too profuse, and character of the blood dark clotted and offensive. Alumina in leukorrhea. Time during day. Quantity profuse. Discharges of the profuse and copious. Discharges of leukorrhea is thick, yellowish, and acrid. Excoriated leukorrhea. Leukorrhea may be albuminous and stringy, looking like white of an egg. Leukorrhea is running down to the heel. Very important. Running down to the heel is a keynote of alumina. And modalities include: the patient is aggravated by walking, standing during day, and is better by cold bathing. Borax in leukorrhea. Quantity profuse. Discharge of leukorrhea is hot and acrid. Leukorrhea may be albuminous and starchy, looking like white of an egg, and leukorrhea is running down the heel. Creosote in leukorrhea. Time between the periods. Leukorrhea is acrid and yellowish. Leukorrhea is offensive. It has odor of green corn. Leukorrhea may be like starchy type of texture. Leukorrhea has stain, and it stains and the color is like yellow, linen yellow. Platina in vaginismus. Genital organs are extremely sensitive in platina patient. She cannot bear to touch her private parts. There is great nymphomania. There is excessive sexual excitement. There is vaginismus. Women cannot wear the pads during menstruation. Vulva is very much painful due to hyperesthesia and sensitiveness. She cannot bear coitus. If coition is attempted, she faints during the act. Hemamelis in vaginismus. There is vaginismus. Vagina is very tender. There is soreness of vagina and menses is dark and profuse. Graphitis in vaginitis. It is a good remedy for vaginitis. There is profuse gushing vaginal discharge. Vaginal discharge is white or yellow, yellowish white. Vaginal discharges are acrid and excoriating the skin. Weakness in back due to profuse vaginal discharge. Vaginal discharge occur in day and night. Pulsatilla in vaginitis. Vaginal discharge is thick like cream. Vaginal discharge is milky white. Vaginal discharges are acrid, bland and excoriate the skin. There is burning in vagina with backache. Conaium in fibroadenoma breast. Breast is enlarged and painful. Breasts are indurated as of stony hardness. Breast sore, hard and painful before enduring menstruation. Cutting and stitching pain in the breast. Cancerous tendency. This remedy is useful for malignant affections of the gland. Calcarea flor in fibroadenoma of breast. It is a powerful remedy for tumor of breast in the female. Breasts are indurated as of stony hardness. Breast is enlarged and painful. There is hard and knotty tumor in the breast. Modality: it is aggravated by rest and better by hot application. Bryonia in fibroadenoma breast. Breasts are hot and painful. Breasts are indurated as of stony hardness. Breast feels very heavy. Patient supports the breast with hand to prevent least motion. Mastitis is also present. Modality: aggravated by motion, coughing and better by rest and pressure. Apis mellifica in vulvovaginitis. Vaginal discharge is profuse, acrid and blood stained. Edema of labia, burning and stinging pain. Urine is scanty, coming only in drops. Last drop of urine burns and smarts. Painful urination. Pulsatilla in vulvovaginitis. Vaginal discharge is thick like cream. Vaginal discharge is milky white. Vaginal discharges are acrid, bland and excoriate the skin. Burning pain in vagina. Swollen vulva. Pulsatilla in salpingitis. It is a good remedy for salpingitis. Salpingitis with backache due to leukorrhea. Vaginal discharge is thick like cream. Vaginal discharges are acrid, bland and excoriate the skin. There is extreme pain during period. There is vomiting with pain. Apis mellifica in salpingitis. It is a good remedy for salpingitis. Salpingitis with stinging and burning pain. Vaginal discharges is profuse, acrid and blood stained. Sense of tightness. Nitric acid in cervicitis. It is a good remedy for cervicitis. Ulcers in the cervix. Vaginal discharge is brown, green or flesh colored. Vaginal discharge is offensive. Creosote in cervicitis. It is a good remedy for cervicitis. Vaginal discharge is yellowish and acrid. Vaginal discharge is offensive. It has odor of green corn. There is intense itching in the genitals. Discharge is stiffened like starch. Discharge has stained the linen yellow. Apis mellifica in ovarian cyst. It is a good remedy for ovarian cyst, euphoritis with burning, stinging pain, ovarian tumor, soreness and tenderness over the ovarian region, heaviness in the ovarian region, burning and stinging pain from the ovary, radiates down the thigh, pain worse in right ovary, vaginal discharge is profuse, acrid and blood stained. Thuja in ovarian cyst. It is a good remedy for ovarian cyst, euphoritis with burning pain. Left ovarian region is very sensitive. Left ovary is inflamed, worst at each menstrual period. There is burning sensation when walking or riding. Lycopodium in ovarian cyst. It is a good remedy for ovarian cyst, burning pain in the ovary, dryness of vagina, burning during and after coition. Coition is very painful and pain worse in the right ovary. Platina in dyspareunia. Genital organs are extremely sensitive. She cannot bear to touch her private parts. There is great nymphomania. There is excessive sexual excitement. There is vaginismus. Women cannot bear coitus. If coition takes place and is attempted, she faints during the act. Vagina is very much painful due to hyperesthesia and sensitiveness. Lycopodium in dyspareunia. Dryness of vagina. There is burning in the vagina during and after coition. Coition is very painful. Discharge of blood from vagina. Arnica montana in perineal tear. Arnica used for healing the perineum and other tissues after birth. Soreness, lame and bruised feeling is always present. Affected part becomes blue, black, and extraversion of blood takes place. It controls hemorrhage, it reabsorbs this extraversion of blood, it prevents suppuration, it prevents postpartum hemorrhage and puerperal complication. Bellespur in perineal tear. Bellespur is used for healing the perineum and other tissues after birth. It acts on deeper tissue. There is sore and bruised feeling. It prevents postpartum hemorrhage and puerperal complication. Creosote in cancer of cervix. Creosote is a good remedy for cervical cancer. Cancerous and scrophulous diathesis is present. Vaginal discharge is acrid and yellowish. Vaginal discharge is offensive. It has odor of green corn, stiffened like starch, has stain and it stains the linen yellow. Swelling and rawness of cervix with profuse bleeding, which stops suddenly and starts again. Overgrowth of cervix with intense itching and burning. Thuja in cancer of cervix. Thuja is a good remedy for cervical cancer. Ailments from suppression of gonorrhea. Cervical carcinoma has tendency to spread over the vaginal surface of cervix to the right and left fornices. Cervical carcinoma spread over uterine wall. Malignant ulcers visible on cervical os. There is itching in the vagina and the patient cannot bear caution. Iodine in cancer of cervix. It is a good remedy for cervical cancer. Ailments from hormonal imbalance. There is cancerous growth of cervix. There is swelling of cervix. There is induration of cervix. Vaginal discharge is thick, slimy and acrid. It is a good remedy for uterine hemorrhage. There is enlargement of cervical gland. Natrum carb in cancer of cervix. It is a good remedy for cervical cancer. There is swelling of cervix. There is induration of cervix. Vaginal discharge is thick, yellow and offensive. Vaginal discharge is scanty. Silicea in rectovaginal fistula. It is a good remedy for cervical cancer, rectovaginal fistula. It is a good remedy for rectovaginal fistula. Feces is retained for a long time in the rectum. Stool passes out with great staining. Stool is hard and knotty. There is burning and soreness in the vagina. There is thick and fetid discharge. Rectovaginal fistula alternate with chest complaints. Thuja in rectovaginal fistula. It is a good remedy for rectovaginal fistula. Feces is retained for a long time in the rectum. Stool passes out with great staining. There is burning and soreness in the anus and incontinence of urine. Dulcamara in amenorrhea. Ailments from working in damp and cold weather, basements and cellar, and sitting on cold damp ground. Menses, lochia and milk are suppressed by cold. There is rashes and eruptions which appears all over the body before menses. Sexual excitement before menses. Pulsatilla in amenorrhea, which is absence of menses. It is suited to female who is beautiful and fair. Ailments from after getting feet wet, history of delayed puberty, and mania from suppressed menses. Natrum mur in amenorrhea. Ailments from grief, fright, anger, loss of fluid, thyroid disorder, diabetes. It is suited to emaciated female who have shiny, oily and waxy look of face. History of delayed puberty, suppressed menses, sterility because of acrid leukorrhea. Calcarea carb in amenorrhea. Ailments from anger, chagrin, mortification, suppression, loss of vital fluid, mental strain. It is suited to female whose first menstruation starts at an early age. And there are suppressed menses also present. Name 2 remedies for amenorrhea from getting feet wet. Pulsatilla, graphitis and sepia. Graphitis in amenorrhea. Ailments from after getting feet wet. Leukorrhea in place of menses. It is suited to female who is fair, fatty and flabby. Suppressed menses. Pulsatilla in sterility. Female infertility. Sterility from amenorrhea. Amenorrhea from getting feet wet. Menses, time is late, quantity is scanty, aversion to coition, weeping disposition, fear of men, fear to be alone, fear of darkness and ghost. She weeps when narrating her complaints. Borax in sterility, female infertility. Sterility from leukorrhea. Leukorrhea is profuse and hot and acrid. Leukorrhea may be albuminous and starchy, looking like white of an egg. Leukorrhea is running down to the heel. For easy conception, female infertility is also present. There is fear of downward motion. Natrum carb in sterility, female infertility and easy conception. Sterility from non-retention of semen, female infertility, for easy conception. Leukorrhea is yellowish, profuse and acrid. Menses, time too late, quantity scanty, character of blood is like washing of meat, music is unbearable, and patient is very much sad and depressed. Natrum mur in sterility, female's infertility, sterility, female infertility from dryness of vagina and dyspareunia, leukorrhea is white, turns green on standing, menses time is early, quantity profuse or scanty, headache after menses, intense craving for salt, and weeping disposition is found. Platina in female infertility, sterility from excessive sexual excitement, female infertility, genital organs are extremely sensitive, she cannot bear to touch her private parts, there is great nymphomania, there is vaginismus, she cannot bear coitus. If coition is attempted, she faints during the act, and menses time too early and quantity profuse. Mental and physical symptoms alternate with each other. Sepia in female infertility. Secondary female infertility. Leukorrhea is yellow and greenish and acrid. Menses time early or late. Quantity profuse or scanty. Menses with bearing down sensation. Pain comes from back to foot. Weeping disposition. She weeps when narrating her complaints like pulsatilla. Agnes castus in female infertility. Agnes castus in male infertility. History of gonorrhea and history of abuse of sexual sex. Genitals become cold and relaxed. Testes cold, swollen, hard and painful. There is erectile dysfunction which leads to impotency. Lack of sexual vitality. There is great sadness. Absent-minded. Lycopodium in male infertility. Male infertility, impotency of young men, impotency from masturbation or sexual excess, genitals are cold and relaxed, premature ejaculation, enlargement of prostate gland, there is great sexual desire but imperfect erection, easily angered, lack of confidence, weakness of memory, confused thoughts. Selenium in male infertility, impotency, spermatoria, prostaturia and parapsism. Debility, weakness of sexual organ, there is great sexual desire, lewd thoughts, but patient is physically impotent. Loss of sexual power, he is weak after coitus. There is involuntary dribbling of semen, prostatic fluid oozes during sleep when sitting at stool. He is very forgetful person, he is extremely sad. Phosphoric acid in male infertility, there is impotency, there is frequent profuse emission after coitus. Increased sexual desire after coitus, debility, patient is sad, abashed, patient is greatly depressed. Belladonna in PID, it is a good remedy for metritis associated with tympanitis, for congestive dysmenorrhea, congestion and redness of the vagina, first stage of the inflammation, dryness and heat of the vagina, abdomen is very painful and distended and it is very sensitive to touch, pain in the sacrum. Menses time early, quantity profuse and character of blood which is bright red with clot and is hot. Sepia in PID. It is a good remedy for amenorrhea, menorrhagia, metorrhagia, bearing down sensation in abdomen. Leukorrhea is yellowish, greenish and acrid. Pain comes from back to front. Menses time early or late, quantity profuse or scanty. Character of blood dark flow. Silesia in PID. It is a good remedy for amenorrhea, rumbling and colicky pain in the abdomen. Leukorrhea is milky and acrid. Menses time too early and quantity scanty. Creosote in PID. It is a good remedy for dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia. Leukorrhea is yellowish and acrid. Leukorrhea is offensive. It has odor of green corn. It is stiffened like starch. It has stain. It is a stain and the linen yellow. Menses time early, quantity profuse and character of blood is black flow. Medorinum in PCOS. Menses time during climacteric period, quantity profuse, character of blood very dark and clotted, offensive and difficult to wash. Concomitants, breast and nipple are very painful, sensitive to and sore to touch, especially nipples are icy cold to touch but body is warm. Metorrhagia, menorrhagia, ovarian cyst, ophoritis and ovarian pain. Graphitis in PCOS. Menses time delayed from getting feet wet, quantity scanty, character of blood pale, concomitants there is violent colicky pain during menses, patient is weak and prostrated. Leukorrhea appears before or after menses. Leukorrhea is acrid and excoriate the skin, swelling and pain in right ovarian region before and during menses. Kalicarp in PCOS. Menses time early or late, quantity profuse or scanty, character of blood pale red, concomitants soreness of genitals, constant backache with cutting pain in abdomen. First menses delayed and difficult in young girls, suppression of menses. Phosphorus in PCOS, constitution tall and slender girl, ailments from loss of vital fluid, menses time too early, quantity scanty, character of blood is bright red. Amenorrhea is also present and leukorrhea is profuse. Thuja in PCOS, menses time early, quantity scanty, ovarian cyst generally present. Oophorytis with burning pain, left ovarian region is very sensitive. Left ovary is inflamed, worse at each menstrual period. There is burning sensation when waking and or riding. Calcira carp in menorrhagia or cervical polyp. It is suited to female whose first menstruation starts at an early age. Menses time early, quantity profuse. Character of blood bright red blood. Concomitants before menses headache with chill, voluptuous dreams. During menses vertigo with rush of blood to the head and the heat of the vertex. After menses pinching type of colic. Sabina in menorrhagia. It is suited to female whose first menstruation start at an early age. Menses time too early, quantity is profuse. Character of blood is bright red blood, partly fluid and partly clotted. Concomitants rheumatism in lower limbs, sexual excitement, music is intolerable. Remedies for bright red bleeding in menorrhagia. Calcira carb and Sabina. Remedies for dark red menses, lachesis and sepia. Lachesis in menorrhagia. Menses at regular time. Duration is short. Quantity is scanty. Character of blood. Blood is dark, watery and non-coagulable. Modality. All troubles are relieved by menstrual flow. Sepia in menorrhagia. Menses. Time early or late. Quantity profuse or scanty. Character of blood. Dark red blood. Concomitants bearing down sensation in the abdomen. Pain comes from back to front. Sabina in menorrhagia. It is suited to female whose first menstruation starts at an early age. Menses time early, quantity profuse, character of blood bright red blood, partly fluid and partly clotted. Concomitants rheumatism in lower limbs, sexual excitement, music is intolerable, bearing down labor like pain from sacrum to pubes. Platina in menorrhagia. It is suited to female who suffer from early and profuse menses. Menses time early, quantity profuse. Character of blood dark red blood with clotted pain in the uterus with twitching. Numbness of the pelvic region. Two remedies for hot flushes, lachesis, sepia, graphitis, sulfur and jaborandi. Two remedies for epistaxis instead of menses, phosphorus and bryonia. Important. Belladonna in spasmodic dysmenorrhea, painful menstruation. It is useful for congestive dysmenorrhea, menses, time too early, quantity profuse and character of the blood is bright red with clot. It is useful in the first stage of inflammation, congestion and redness of the vagina is present, dryness and heat of the vagina, pain from hip to thigh, pain in the sacrum. Macphos in spasmodic dysmenorrhea, menses time early, character of blood dark red and stringy, severe pain in the abdomen, especially right-sided. There is cutting, stitching and shooting, cramping and pain. There is unbearable pain. Pain is aggravated before the flow begins. Pain is ameliorated when the flow begins. Sabina in congestive dysmenorrhea. For spasmodic dysmenorrhea, it is also useful. Menses time early, quantity profuse, character of blood bright red blood, partly fluid and partly clotted. Rheumatism in the lower limbs, sexual excitement, music is intolerable in the patients of Sabina. Bearing down labor like pain from sacrum to pubes. For third month abortion, it is suited to female whose first menstruation starts at an early age. Cimicifuga in congestive dysmenorrhea, menses time too early, quantity profuse, character of blood dark and clotted, patient becomes hysterical and suffer from epileptic spasm during menses, pain from hip to hip and labor like pain. Borax in membranous dysmenorrhea, menses time early, quantity profuse, character of blood very much hot, labor like pain before and during menses, leukorrhea may be albuminous and starchy, looking like white of an egg, leukorrhea is running down to the heel. Thuja in uterine fibroid or polyp, cervical polyp, wart and condylomata of mucous membrane and cutaneous surface of the body, ulcers on the internal surface of vulva, itching and burning in the vagina, warts on orifice of uterus with shooting and burning sensation when urinating, erosion of cervix, early menses before menses, sexual excitement and pulsation of arteries, toothache, labor-like abdominal pain. During menses, tiredness, pain in the abdomen. Amenorrhea, some important drugs to remember here are graphitis, pulsatilla, calcarea carb, delcamara, netramur, rectovaginal fistula, thuja, silesia, perineal tear, arnica, Bellispur, fibroadenoma breast, conam, fibroadenoma breast, conam, calcarea floor, bryonia, ovarian cyst, apis, lycopodium thuja, PID, sepia, silesia, PCOS, thuja, phosphorus, vulvovaginitis, salpingitis, pulsatilla, apis mellifica, and cancer of cervix, iodium, natrum carb, metorrhagia, sabina, platina, and menorrhagia, stepia, and lachesis. So guys, this we end this video of therapeutics of gynecology. So there are some points which I want to say here, that these are some of the basic points which you bare minimum should remember for your examinations. You can always make your answers better from different source books, different keynotes, but for at the end time or when there is less time, this is a go-to video which will help you revise all the important questions. I am damn sure that if you watch this video twice or thrice, most of the points will be remembered and they will be recorded in your brain, and you will remember it while writing your answers in paper. So with that said, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. It will motivate us to make more and more such videos and series for you all. It takes a lot of efforts and pain from my side as well. So you can always help me by supporting to our channel, liking the video, sharing to your friends, and also join our Telegram channel for more notes and motivation and study tips. Alright, so I'll be continuing this series with the next part of obstetrics therapeutics. So I hope this video helps you all out, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye and take care. Thank you.